여러분, 이거 안 볼 수 없죠. 1995년에 시작된 토이스토리가 30년이 지난 올해 5번째 이야기로 돌아왔는데요. 정말 저는 울다 웃다 하면서 시간 가는 줄 모르고 봤습니다. 그래서 오늘 이분들하고 이야기를 나눈다는 게 꿈만 같은데요. 우디 역의 톰 행크스, 그리고 버즈 역의 팀 알렌, 무려 30년 동안 이어져 온 찐 우정. 토이스토리 5의 주역들 지금 만나볼게요. 잠깐! 댓글 남겨주신 분들 중 추첨을 통해서 토이스토리 키링과 스티커, 그리고 짠! 제가 직접 뉴욕에서 공수해온 공식 굿즈 선물로 드릴 테니까요. 동심으로 돌아가서 재미나고 따뜻한 댓글 많이 남겨주세요. Oh my God, I can't believe I'm talking with you guys.
Oh, thank you.
Not in a million years did I know I was going to have this conversation with Woody and Buzz. There are so many fans of Toy Story in Korea who think that Toy Story is their story.
Oh,
love hearing that. That's what we think
that's
here
what we
too.
think here too, yeah.
It is my story too. Could you please first say hello to the audience in Korea using one of your favorite or famous lines, if possible, so that the viewers could know you are really
Close your
Buzz and
eyes,
Woody?
everybody, because distance is
Close
not
your
a
eyes,
thing.
yeah,
Everybody's
gotta close
eyes
your eyes.
closed. Don't worry about distance because to infinity and beyond.
So great to be in Korea, and I just took a snake out of my boots.
Oh, that was awesome!
To infinity and beyond.
There's a snake in my boot.
That was awesome. Well, thank you. And first of all, congratulations on the 31st anniversary of the franchise. Wow. That is longer than some of our viewers' entire life.
Most
Did
of
you
them.
know you'd be doing this for over
No.
3 decades, for 5 installments? How do you feel looking back on the 30-year journey?
It's been a labor of love for me, but it's just been a job. I started with that. Do you guys want to do a voiceover of a movie? At least came to me. I thought I'd be working with Tom Hanks, which would be great. We go in there and we're all alone. So you've been doing this movie. We end up becoming friends anyway. And it's hard to describe how much this has been part of the zeitgeist in America, let alone South Korea, let alone the world,
Yes.
that these two characters, this friendship and these toys that we all have had, in one way or another, you've had toys that come alive when you're not around. Remember that. It was, they do, all of them come around.
I have never not been surprised by the stories that Pixar and everybody has come up. I've never not been amazed that they are able to touch on such human emotions as connection, of love, of friendship, of coming to each other's aid in a moment of crisis. And there's been periods in every single one of these movies, in this current one, when little Bonnie gets her feelings hurt by what her friends write about her in a text. That is just as thrilling to me as Toy Story, the middle episode, the middle of them, in which we were all going to be incinerated at the junkyard, and what did we do? We reached out for each other. There is something that is just stunning to be a part of, and I'm just so thrilled that at some point we were smart enough to say, yeah, I'll do that. Yeah, you want to do that? Now, I don't even say, what's the story? I just said, if it's an idea, I will come, tell me what to do, and I will do what I'm told.
We all grew up and grew older with the characters over the course of time, and the characters seem to have grown older too, quite visibly, especially in the case of Woody. What was your first reaction when you first saw the shiny bald spot and the drooping beer belly?
Life imitates art.
Hey, I'm sitting right here. I thought, I know exactly where that bald spot came from. Use. That hat goes on, the hat goes off, the hat goes on, the hat goes off, loses it, he puts it on, scrunches it down. Sooner or later, that little cradle cap gets worn down, and he needs a little brown Sharpie maybe to bring it back, but he'll get to it later. And the interior stuffing, it comes and goes, moves around, gravity. Buzz is not affected by any of this stuff.
I'm
because-
life.
'Cause it's plastic.
I'm eternal. I'm to infinity and beyond. That's me.
Exactly.
I'd rather have signs of age than, be Tyrannosaurus Rex with his little arms and made of plastic.
Right.
He never changes.
No, he doesn't.
I show experience. I show my mileage. I show the
Yeah.
wisdom. Woody shows the wisdom that he has accrued.
I get it.
That's what I'm
I
sticking
personally,
I get it. It's hurtful, but I get it.
Yeah, but I personally love those funny little tweaks because they just make the look more relatable and more realistic too. And it's very natural when we age, everything, including our voice, changes as well. But you don't sound all that different, even though, Tim,
What?
you had to voice a fleet of buzzes this time.
Yes, a fleet.
How did you take care of your voice?
I learned from a vocal coach because they asked me that in a very uncomfortable conversation, Buzz is sounding a little older these days. I went, what do you mean? And so they sent me to a vocal coach in New York City that does opera and Broadway singers and taught me some warm-up lessons that the veteran actors do anyway, because Woody's perfect. And you blow bubbles in a glass jar for some reason and hum while you're doing it, and it stretches your vocal cords out. And I was able to get through that.
I am just so young at heart that it comes through my neck
I can
and
tell.
my voice box.
I can tell.
Yeah. Blah,
Well,
blah, 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 blah.
But really, thanks to your such delicate effort and hard work behind the scenes, your voices, as soon as you utter something, immediately transport us back to our memories of younger days and tap into our inner child. It's like instantly putting us into the watercolored world that we can see in the movie, which suddenly unfolds beautifully when the kids start playing with toys.
Yeah.
I really want to say that your voices truly have the ability to paint the moment with watercolor, coupled with Randy Newman's music at the background. And I almost didn't want to wake up and get out of the watercolor style imaginary world. Were you also able to get lost in nostalgia and reminisce about your own childhood while you were working on the project?
I always think of that bond that I had, and I've seen my boys and my daughter and my grandkids. I see them when they are playing without knowing that I am watching them. And it's a state that I envy, and in fact, one that I
in the
miss.
zone.
But everybody can remember some version of that wonderful experience of being a kid and being immersed in play. And it's good for the soul.
And I keep going. I wonder if my toys came alive when I left the room. I'm still weirded out about that. That was such a great idea. And you're going, wait a minute. How would you ever know? Because you can't, unless you put a camera in there. Yeah, wait a minute. But the camera would tell.
That's true.
The camera was a toy. It's in there. Goes shh.
Yeah, the camera would shut off.
The camera would shut off too. Yeah. So there's
go.
that.
For both of you, I know you were in the recording studio alone for hours and hours a day without the presence of any other actors. It was a solitary process. But I assume you still must have built a deep emotional bond with the other characters, even though they were not physically there with you, just by watching them on screen and going through the same ride together. So I wonder, what kind of camaraderie do you have with each other? Do you miss each other a lot when you're in the recording booth?
I do.
Yeah,
I
I
do
wish
all
we
the
could
time
do
because
that,
it's it.
yeah.
I've gotten so I don't like the word used to it. I have, especially when I do any kind of scene that I got to connect. It's very difficult. I've done voiceover work for in the commercial world, and I understand how to make it real. What I miss is the timing I have with another fellow actor. That is, it's a huge gap. I don't get to look at eyes. I don't get to communicate. I get to see, sometimes they'll show me the scene ahead of time. I do not, there's no way to describe how empty that is. And you got to fill it up with an imaginative connection. And that's what I do. And I generally use the real person. I don't think of Woody, I think of Hanks.
I oftentimes record with my hands over my eyes. My eyes closed, because I can see that combination of Tim and Buzz. You end up being transported because you can't move. You're on a microphone. There is absolutely no freedom of anything other than your imagination and whatever you can bring to the. So sometimes I have to go like that in order to get there.
I totally understand.
And I've never not been thrilled or disappointed when we see what everybody else has brought to us that were there on different days.
I'm so sad, but I gotta say so long. So before I do that, please give a few words about what to expect from Toy Story 5 to all the fans in Korea.
You're going to see, I'm going to steal what you're going to say. It's just Toy Story continued. It isn't 5. It's just later to time compression. You're going to be amazed at how they trick you with the B story. If you understand movies, the very beginning of this opens up with a very strange opening that carries all the way through it. It's a separate story that's just magical.
You will be back with your old best friends.
You.
Oh, that's so
Nice.
sweet. Thank you all so much for another wonderful gift. Toy Story, Woody and Buzz will always have a special place in my heart.
Thank you.
You got a fan in
And
me.
me. We do. Thank you.
Thank you. 그런데 놓치면 안 될 이번 주 새로운 작품들이 더 있죠. 우주를 지키는 새로운 히어로가 옵니다. DC 유니버스의 새로운 수장 제임스 건이 슈퍼맨에 이어 슈퍼걸로 돌아오는데요. 지난해 슈퍼맨에서 술에 취한 채 반려견 크립토를 찾으러 잠깐 등장했던 우주적 문제아 슈퍼걸이 빌런과 싸우며 자신의 길을 찾게 되는 이야기죠. 미드 하우스 오브 드래곤에서 신인답지 않은 연기력으로 주목받은 밀리 엘콕이 파워풀한 슈퍼걸로 에너지를 뿜어낸다고 합니다. 슈퍼걸은 1984년에 처음으로 실사화된 후 무려 42년 만에 다시 제작되는 슈퍼걸 단독 실사 영화인데요. 빨간 가죽 부츠를 신은 슈퍼걸은 불완전하고 결점이 많은 캐릭터로 슈퍼걸에 대한 고정관념을 날려버릴 예정이라고 합니다. 지구는 너나 지키고 난 내 세상을 지키겠다고 말하는 거친 매력의 슈퍼걸, 어서 만나보고 싶네요.
good in everyone, and I see the truth.
그리고 강렬한 스릴러 맨 끝줄 소년도 찾아옵니다. 실패한 작가이자 국문학과 교수가 강희실 맨 끝줄 소년의 천재성을 발견하면서 벌어지는 스릴러로 배우 최민식과 최현욱이 사제 간의 아슬아슬한 서스펜스를 쌓아가는데요. 아이리스부터 괜찮아 사랑이야, 우리들의 블루스까지 액션과 드라마를 종횡무진오가는 김규태 감독이 스페인의 동명 희곡을 스크린으로 옮겼습니다. 말이 필요 없는 배우 최민식은 열패감에 사로잡힌 신경질적인 교수를 여러 겹의 인물로 섬세하게 그려냈고, 최현욱은 놀라운 집중력으로 알 수 없는 제자 캐릭터를 매력적으로 끌고 갑니다. 무더운 요즘 방구석 첫 줄에서 즐감하면 딱 좋겠네요. 그리고 지난해 베니스 국제영화제에서 화제가 된 스릴러 단테의 손도 주목해보시죠. 잠수정과 나비, 고흐, 영원의 문에서 등의 줄리안 슈나벨 감독이 닉 토시즈의 동명소설을 영화화했는데요. 단테의 친필 원고 신곡이 발견되면서 벌어지는 이야기로 현대 뉴욕과 14세기 이탈리아를 오가며 원고에 얽힌 욕망과 광기가 흥미진진하게 펼쳐집니다. 배우 오스카 아이삭이 현대 뉴욕에 사는 소설가와 14세기 이탈리아의 단테까지 1인 2역을 맡아 탁월한 연기를 선보였는데요. 이외에도 겔가돗, 알파치노, 존 말코비치 등 화려한 배우진은 물론이고 마틴 스코세이지 감독까지 깜짝 출연해 기대감을 한껏 올리죠. 세계적인 화가 출신답게 아름다운 미장센으로 유명한 줄리안 슈나벨 감독의 단테의 손도 꼭 잡아보세요. 라플위클리 스피노프 안현모의 라플위클리 핫 앤 뉴 16화 어떠셨나요? 매주 영화 OTT뿐 아니라 공연, 전시까지 가장 핫한 콘텐츠 소식 추천해 드릴게요. 알고리즘보다 정확한 이번 주 콘텐츠 픽 라플위클리 핫 앤 뉴. 이번 주도 즐겁게 보내시고요. 다음 주 월요일에 다시 만나요. 안녕.
Got a friend in